sit in your lap for one.
Okay.
And then you can.
Hi everyone, welcome to CCRN. We are here with
How about I have my hands?
It's okay, I can edit it.
Okay.
Okay. Hi everybody, welcome to CCRN with your favorite homegirls. And we are excited to have one of our favorite local builders. We are with Bobby Fight. He has over 14 years experience in the building industry. And he's currently building right now in Evergreen, just south of downtown. And he also bought, you're also in the process of another build. So,
Got 3 going.
Yeah, so I just wanted to have you on the show today because I have clients all the time calling, asking, we want to build in the mountains, and so I really wanted to give the clients kind of an idea of what that process looks like. Kind of the budget's really important, the timeline, and you and I had talked about the lot, that is really one of the most important pieces. So what would you like to share with us?
Yeah, it all starts with the lot. Land supply is low in Evergreen. There's not a lot of good quality lots. So you really need to team up. Anybody within your circle, I would recommend that you team up with Carol and I early in the process so that we can really, a good lot I'll move on in less than 24 hours. And, so you want us working for, you have to get that done first.
So contact a realtor and have,
Not just any realtor.
We're not just any realtor.
A good one.
Yeah, and we can provide what lots are available to you and kind of,
We can. There's some ways to get lots on off-market properties too. It's just it can be a little bit complex buying land in the mountains if you've never done it. You really should have people helping you with it. If I have a client that's come to me and said, I want you to build the house, we need to find a lot. So I'm involved in that process.
All right, let's talk about the most important thing is budget.
Yep.
I've spoken with a couple builders and they say, just plan for $1 million and that's not including land. Now the land that I've seen that's decent out there, I would say like 150,000, 200. I know there's lots that are less than that, but I mean, now you're talking about substantial excavation, which you and I talked about yesterday. The more excavation there is, that's gonna really affect the price.
As a builder, what you look at is your fully developed lot cost. If you have you could buy a cheaper lot that's super steep, that's very difficult to develop, it's gonna cost you more, and it takes more time.
Okay.
It's a more difficult build, and it's a more expensive build. So it's kind of a balance, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. The thing that you have to understand is if you're a mountain home builder, you're basically a land developer also, because you're buying partially developed lots. These lots, if you're in the city, you go in, buy from a developer, you just plug in, everything's right there for you. You got a level building surface, you just go. Not in the mountains. You're doing excavation, a lot more excavation. There's heavy equipment involved. You're doing foundation. The property right now has a 16-foot foundation wall. Just one of them. I mean, it's an extensive process, but you're living in the mountains, and the payoff is big. Really big.
And you're talking about, if it's not on public water and sewer, you're talking about well and septic.
Correct.
If you
or some version, or might have I'm
or the
building
tap
another.
Fees. Even the tap fees are like 38,000 right now.
I have a property going right now. Tap fee for water's 30,000.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay.
And then you have I have to put an advanced septic system that's about 40-ish. So you have to look at the development costs. That's another thing. I know you want to talk about price per square foot. It's not a great metric in the mountains, simply because so many things go into the price per square foot that are not the interior living space of the house.
The garage, the deck.
Land development cost is going in there.
Okay.
Your septic's going in there. If you want Wolf appliances, that affects your price per square foot. Your
Okay.
level of finishes, your land development, all these things go into it. And there's different ways that builders calculate the price per square foot. They could do the whole building. You could separate it out. You could do main level living. On our appraisal, they even distinguish between main level and lower living. So you really you need to find somebody that you trust, that you think is going to go in and do a good job for you, and get their expertise, because this is not for somebody new in the business. You need to know what you're doing up here.
Okay, so I mean, would you be comfortable saying, hi, Mr. Buyer, you want to build, you need to set the expectation that you're going to spend roughly minimum 400 price per square foot. Would you be comfortable saying that, or would you not even agree with that?
I don't even really, if somebody really wants to talk price per square foot, let's set a meeting. Because let's see, it also is, what are you getting for that money?
Okay.
That's like saying I'm going to buy a car for $10,000. Well, is it a Porsche or is it a Buick?
Got it.
It's not a fair metric. And you can build a way bigger house than you need and get your price per square foot down, but now you're heating and cooling and furnishing space you don't need.
Okay.
You need to be smart about the way you approach building up here and having good people that you trust to help you, that are looking out for your best interests. That's my
Okay,
opinion.
so I think one of the biggest things that we've been discussing is budget.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, I know you don't wanna commit to a price per square foot, which we should also talk about
The build cost.
well, the build costs and like the supplies. And for example, you're booked out for what, a year now?
Yeah, through the end of the year.
Okay, so let's say you talk to a client and you guys settle on a price. How do they know that those prices are gonna still be the same in a year with just all the variable, and the lumber costs are just ridiculous? Could you talk about that for a little bit?
Those are a few different things that you brought up, but there were like 2 or 3 questions in there.
Right,
Which one?
'cause
can I guarantee pricing?
I'm a
No.
very seasoned reporter, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a lot at you.
Yeah, I can't guarantee you. Basically, when you're I can give you a very good educated. Like I'm dealing with budgets. I'm building houses right now.
Okay.
But that price fluctuates and changes. The lumber market should come back down. If you want to talk about that, why it happened, what's going on, I can address it. But yeah, prices fluctuate in this market. They do. You're dealing with commodities. You're dealing with lumber and steel, several land supply. Everything. That's why my suggestion is, if you want to build in the mountains, plug in with your agent and your builder combination that you're going to work with that you like early, 6 to 12 months in advance. Like right now, somebody saw the video and said, "Oh, this is awesome. We feel good about this combination. We want to go down this journey with you." I mean, I can't start until later in the year. So we could do some of the pre-construction stuff, but I don't want to overbook myself and then sacrifice the quality and the service. I've done very high volume in my career, managed really, really big neighborhoods. I'm not doing that anymore. It's not I want quality, design, and take care of people.
Okay, so I know you don't wanna commit to a price, but what I would tell a client,
roughly. $1 million.
Okay, thank you.
To build a nice home in the mountains, the home I'm building in Mountain Vista is about right at 3,400 square feet, 3-car garage, a nice home, very nice home, figure $1 million.
Okay, and that is not including the land, correct?
Correct. That's
Okay.
the build.
Okay,
Now,
perfect.
Now the build is also land development. Gets
Okay.
in the mix here, which it normally wouldn't be. But yeah, figure $1 million right now to build a nice home in Evergreen.
Okay, perfect. That's the most important, well, one of the most important things. And then as far as timeline goes, what do you think about 15 months? Like that from start to finish, for example, 3 to 4 months for all the pre-construction, permits, survey, grading, etc., and then a year to build after that? Would you say 15 months? What would you say as far as timeline?
I'm a little more aggressive than that. I put 12 months.
Ooh, he's aggressive.
Assertive. Yeah, I put 12 months on my contract. My goal is to deliver the house in 10. You figure 2 to 3 months, about 10 weeks for pre-construction. That can change a little bit, the thing that you deal with up here. But unless we're building a 6,000 or 7,000 square foot house, which, let's have that conversation. Let's see if it's really worth it. Design is more important than square footage. If you design the house correctly, you don't have to do a huge house. So that's my opinion, and it depends on your needs. I don't know if you got a bunch of kids coming in town and stuff, that's different, but you want to be real smart about how you approach it.
Okay, so find a team, find a good realtor, start interviewing builders. You got to get your lot.
Yeah, get your lot. That's key.
Lot's really important because there's such little inventory right now with land that you really want to find your lot. Get your builder. Expect to spend $1 million. Expect it to be minimum 15 months out.
No, I'd say 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Out, you mean?
hold up because you said that you're not even available
Oh.
for the end of the year. So the clock doesn't start.
Oh yeah,
until
I can't
you're-
start until we can start.
So 15 months in addition to when your builder is ready. Would you say that's fair?
12 months, not 15.
12 months.
Yeah, I want to deliver the house in 12 months.
Okay, so
Again, whether
we're
in
on
trade of-
camera. Are you saying that? Hold on. Are you saying that you can do all the pre-construction and build a house within 12 months? Bobby Fight, yes or no?
I'm saying that is my goal with every house. I'd like to do it in 10. So, I mean, I'm not gonna overpromise and underdeliver, but I'm also not gonna.
Do you have a question?
I'm not gonna pad the build time just because that's not how I work. I have 12 months on my contract. for about a 3,500 square foot house. If we go into 5, 6, 7,000 square feet, that's different. You know, that does take longer.
Okay, if just one moment, we
Yeah.
have a question from one of our producers,
Oh.
Caitlin Gordon. Caitlin, go
Caitlin.
ahead.
Hi. Okay, so here's my question. If you're then interviewing builders, doing
Yeah.
due diligence and just kind of talking to different people around, can you speak to what questions they should ask? Because I know, having done remodels in the past, you can get a really low bid number, which sounds great, but
Mhm.
what are they not considering? What questions should they be able to ask and to be able to build trust and know that the
Wow.
builder's for you?
Good one, Caitlin.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a good question. So what questions should they? I really think it's more of getting a sense of the person that you're dealing with. I don't know if it's a specific question. You need to know that you can trust them. You need to know that somebody cares about what they're doing. I think is probably one of my stronger suits is that I have a lot of passion for what I'm doing. I'm not here to do an okay job. I'm here to make a mark. I'm here to be considered one of the best builders in Colorado. That's my goal. I've been in this for a long time. I've run really, really big subdivisions. This is really what I wanted. The design elements. I have a design partner who's won the Colorado Parade of Homes.
Terry
I think-
Weingard.
Yeah, and I mean, and a lot of people I work with in my circuit, I'm lucky. They can't take on new business. It has to come through me, or they don't have time to do it.
Right. Yeah,
So, I have-
in my last house.
But you know, what do you? Yeah, I think you just want to know that somebody cares about what they're doing. If this is a good metric for a builder, okay? When you do your final walkthrough at the end, when you're getting close to the end, you do a final. It's an orientation. With my people see 5 things, little things that need to be tweaked. I should see 10, right? That's the level. I'm not looking to. I want the house right. I'm making decisions and doing things that I don't have to do just because I want it right. So I think that's what you want. I mean, you want somebody who's been in the business,
Well, and you and I had a
been a
client.
volume.
They would call and say, you know what, I want to tweak the kitchen a little bit. I don't love those cabinets. Can I use this cabinets? And you were very accommodating, and you said, look, we can do this, but I can't really change that type of thing because you're doing semi-custom, right?
Yeah, semi-custom, some full custom. I mean, if somebody, you know, that's on price point. You shouldn't have to make a bunch of changes if you design the house correctly. If you design the house correctly and you put the right stuff in the house, 80% of the work is done for you. And that's another difference with me probably. I've worked for and represented 2 of the largest builders in the United States in big projects. You have to know what you're putting in the house and disclose that to the customer up front. You need to know exactly what you're getting. I'm talking model numbers, very specific. And that's how the big companies do it. They have to. You don't want miscommunication, you know. And so you need to. Did I get off track? I'm sorry, but
No, you're good.
okay. But yeah, you want somebody
Would
who's
you
going to come in
say-
and deliver, you know.
Would
And
you say that before someone buys a lot that they should bring their builder with them?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Buying land alone in the mountains is a very specialized skill.
Well, and I've heard that too. I've heard that a lot of people that come from a city or a flatter area or out of state, they come in with expectations, and I've been told that you really can't do that because it's a completely different building in the mountains than.
The biggest thing is that the topography of the lot drives some of the production and some of the house.
Okay.
Because once you get to a level building surface, once you get your excavation, your foundation, all your pre-construction work done, once you're working from a level surface,
I like
then
that.
you like that?
Chicka,
That's
chicka, chicka,
that's the
chicka.
top of a foundation wall right there, right there. It's about 12-footer. Anyway, so once you get to that level of building surfaces, then your numbers can start to get more consistent. But it's that pre-construction. You know, you're dealing with a mountain. Are you going to dig and hit, you know, fertile soil where you can plant a garden? Or are you going to hit rock? That's a big difference. It takes longer to develop, right? You know, and sometimes you hit rock. The other thing is
Did that happen to you, Caitlin?
the other thing is real important is having good people on your team, you know? And I don't want anybody on my team that I have to convince to do good work. If I have to convince you to do good work, then it's not the right fit. I want you to want to.
Okay, so
And I got good people.
let's just do, is that 14 minutes? Holy shiza.
Well, you can trim it down.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would you advise someone in this market to build versus getting a resale home?
Oh, that's easy. Everything needs to be remodeled here.
Right.
Everything. And you're buying a house with 30, 40 years infrastructure, pipes, everything in the ground. look at statistics. You guys know, pre-owned repair costs not favorable with a 30, 40-year-old house. And then you got to come in and remodel. Well, you got to find somebody to trust to do that too. If you're doing everything, I mean, it says a lot about how nice Evergreen is that these houses, they command the pricing that they do, because you look at them and I'm like,
A lot of the layouts
compared
are
to my
very-
product, and I'm like, I can't do that. It's $200,000 easy. And then you got to manage that. And then what are you going to find when you go into remodel? At least when you put down a new house, you know that you have new product in the house. And if you're going to be here for a while, I tell you what, I'm sure you guys have, well, you probably don't go through a lot of big inspection issues, because people are just, not going to ask for too much because they want the house. But
Well, not
you
right
got a
now,
lot of
but
you got a lot, and the other thing that you have that you can't correct in a pre-owned home is functional obsolescence of the floor plan. Big deal. And I know a lot of houses here are 2 and 3 level, right? No main level living.
right.
That to me would be a big downside, and that's not easy to correct. If you got a bad floor plan, not so easy to correct.
Well, I would say
You got bad
95%
finishes?
of our, I would say 95% of our buyers want an open layout.
And-
I'd say 70% want the main level living. And you're right. I mean, we have a very small, like the formal dining room. It's very choppy. It's
Yeah.
and people
could
want
be-
open.
It could be 6,000 square feet, but you got these long, big hallways. I've seen dining rooms that were 20 by 18 in these old houses. I'm like, what are you going to do with that? I mean, you can't correct bad design. You can, but it's hard and it's expensive. You got load-bearing walls and stuff. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of nice homes in Evergreen. There's a lot of product that is, in my opinion, very uninspiring.
Right.
I've been in new homes for, a long time. I've built several homes, of my own. There's no comparison. I mean, it's a totally different deal, unless you're just in an area, like you want to be in Highwan and it's a landlocked situation, go do what you have to do. But if you have the opportunity to deal with a builder who is going to do something that you're excited about, do it.
Okay.
It's worth the wait. If you're going to be here more than, if you're going to be here, do it right. I mean, do what you want.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you being with us today. Do you have any last minute tips or advice? Because we gotta get wrapping. We gotta go to commercial break.
Commercial break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You're going to play the music in the background. No, I think we said it.
Yeah,
Just
we are.
find a team that you feel good about. Caroline is a good agent.
Good.
Listens very
Oh,
good.
that's
Very
great.
good.
I'd say
Trying to
great.
close. So very good. And you want people that you trust and that are going to also be a good steward of your money. Look out for you. Just you deal with good people, because you're going to be in the process for a little while. 12-month period of time. I mean, there's going to be some decisions and whatnot, and you want to deal with people that you enjoy working with, and somebody who wants to deliver something exciting.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Bobby. We really appreciate your visit today.
You're welcome.